Hello from Calais! Yeah, so I've been in France for 4 days now, and yeah, it's been pretty much great. I guess the French have kind of supposedly a reputation for being unfriendly, but I found that to be completely untrue in my experience, my limited experience so far. Actually, I think, yeah, in the first 20 minutes of my time in France, let's see, I was kissed by a stranger on the metro, rescued by another stranger on the metro. Thank you. And yeah, invited to breakfast with two other girls on the metro. So yeah, it's a good day to ride the train if you're wanting to make new friends or have weird experiences, I guess. Yeah, and so since then, it's pretty much been a similar experience where everyone's been very engaging and friendly, and yeah, it's this is exactly what people in America are hoping I'm not doing right now, but every day I've basically been getting rides with strangers. Sorry, Mom. But it's been really good. I mean, they're basically other volunteers, at least I'm assuming they are, because, yeah. Anyway, I'm staying at a hostel where most people are volunteers, and we all are working, for the most part, with Le Berge, which is an organization that works in the Calais jungle, which is a refugee camp that's been around for years. Like I guess a lot of people would assume that this would be like a Syrian refugee camp, but it's really not. It's the Syrians are maybe the minority here. It's people who, yeah, it's pretty sad. The conflict is actually for many of them years ago, but they're still looking for a home or somewhere to settle, and they still haven't found it. So yeah, it's actually kind of sad. But anyway, so yeah, every day, let's see, what is life like here? Every day we go to the warehouse around, I guess we leave around 8:30 or so, and everyone gets kind of assigned a job while we're there. And so my first day I was at the warehouse, and you just kind of sort things, and it's huge. Like they have bedding, they have clothes, they have emergency blankets. And every day they do so much distribution. They cook for about at least 1,000 people a day. Yeah, it's really a neat thing. And then they also send people out into the jungle. Sounds so exotic, but anyway, that's what the camp's called. And so my first day was in the warehouse, and it was really great. Like, you're just working with other people who just care, who are willing to give up their day or their week or sometimes months and months to just help in whatever capacity, even if it's just like sweeping or folding or sorting. So yeah, I met some really cool people. Day 2, welcome to the jungle. Yeah, I got to go to the jungle. I got recruited because this guy was like, yeah, we don't really need many people, but if you want to come, it'll just be you and me, because actually a church group helps run it. Yeah, it's like religious people and I don't know, like missionaries or something. And I was like, oh, missionaries, oh, church people, they're the worst. And I'm like, not, yay, I like church people. Not more than other people, but I can kind of relate a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so I went to help with them, and of course it was actually YWAM, which is an organization I've worked with on and off since 2010, in Mexico and Haiti and LA. So this is my 4th country I've been paired with them for, and actually the people working there were really nice, and we actually had mutual friends. So small world. Yeah, so basically we worked with Afghani men, and we served them tea and food. That was an interesting experience. There's a lot of cultural differences, so being a woman, not the best situation, I guess, because there's not a lot of freedom. I wasn't allowed to go outside by myself. If the man left, then I had to lock all of the doors and just hope like not let anyone in, and you're just in like this small wooden thing. But yeah, and even when I was there, this man was like, I was wearing a scarf, and he was like, come on, put your scarf on. And part of me was like, okay, I'm not gonna let some stranger tell me what I should dress like, or I'm an independent woman. But then one of the girls said, actually, that was really nice, because he was trying to respect me, because girls who wear their hair out are actually prostitutes in their culture. So I'm like, Okay, yeah. I'll put my hair back. It's cool. Yeah. So, anyway, it's cool getting to hear some of their stories, things like that. Um, the next day, I was also in the jungle, but doing blanket distribution. And yeah, to give you an idea of the size of this camp, we parked on the edge of it and took us about 15 minutes to walk to the Sudanese part. And that's just one of the neighborhoods, so there's plenty more beyond that. And it was really nice. We were there distributing blankets, but people would invite us to tea, they'd give us snacks. They were very warm and welcoming. And there's like a huge community there, so there's like an art area and a school. Did I say this already? Anyway, there's a lot going on. Yeah, and the whole time we were with this Iranian guy, who saw us helping and wanted to pitch in. So he carried like all these blankets, like luggage packs on his head and his shoulders and his back, and it was just sometimes the bags were just about as big as he was, but he was very willing to work. And his story was very similar to most of the people we've met, where you're like, oh, so how long have you been here? And you'd be like, 4 months, 4 months. No chance for me, no chance for me. As in no chance to leave, to get out, to successfully get into England, rather. So you'd be like, oh, well, if you don't think there's a chance for you, what's your new plan? Where are you gonna go? England. I'll go to England. Which is interesting because they'll say, oh, no chance, and then they'll say that's still where they want to go and where they'll fight to go, and so it's a strange thing that I'll talk about more later because it's a very complicated situation that I'm only really starting to understand. But yeah, so that was day 3, yeah, no, day 4. And then when I came back to the warehouse, they were like, hey, do you think that from now on you can probably work in the tea tent still? I think they could really use your help. The tea tent where YWAM was. And I was like, well, yes, I may, because I really liked them, and so that will give me, I'm really excited about that because that means I'll get to work with the same refugees every day, so I can kind of have a better chance of having a good relationship with them, and then also get to work with some of the same people who I really enjoyed, so that's cool. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of long, so I'm gonna go. Bye!